Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyra here with the Star Wars Unlimited video. And in today's video, it's going to be about Cunning Boba. And for these videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the deck, some of the things I like about the deck, the synergies that you can look for when you're actually playing this, how it works in particular matchups, and then also just showing you gameplay of this, especially with Carabas now. It's really easy to get into matches. All of this will be linked in the description and timestamps. If you just want to skip what I'm talking about and actually see this deck in action, you can just skip to there. That's going to be how I'm going to format these videos. This is my first video on this channel when it comes to Star Wars Unlimited, but that's how I'm planning to do it because I think that's at least what I would want to see if I'm watching one of these videos. Copied the one from the KTOD Discord. Bobby Sapphire from that crew won a 1K with it. And this deck is such a cool combination of being very competitively viable, but also really fun to play. There's all these little synergies you can do, and then you have these big blowout turns on like 5 resource turn where you can do 8 resources. You can push a ton of damage with Cunning. You can do a whole bunch of really unfair things like bouncing a unit, exhausting 2, pushing a ton of damage. It has a great matchup against Aggro, which I find to be fantastic. Having like this, like, I don't know, it feels like an 80% win ratio against Sabine decks. It's like super tough to lose to them. So that is why I like this deck so much. Those are the highlights when it comes to this deck and why I want to play it and why I wanted to learn this deck so much. So the first matchup I want to talk about and the things that I'm looking for when I'm facing Sabine. This is where I feel like I have a really good matchup against this. I think a lot of people have been saying this, you know, Bobby Sapphire and then the KTOD squad have been repeating this too. And then after playtesting this, I completely agree. Like this is just, it just feels so good to play this deck against either Leia decks or Sabine decks. I haven't played too much double red Sabine, and potentially that could be a more difficult matchup because they have access to aggression, and that 4 damage lines up with your Gamorrean guards, for example. They might be able to push out a little bit more damage a little faster. Maybe. I'm not sure though, but I have a feeling that at worst it's like a 50-50. But with the current, you know, green Sabine matchup, you have key cards that are just so good against it. For example, you have Waylay, especially if they're going to go for a wing leader turn. You can bounce that back and then they lose the experience and they lose the tempo. You have Boba Fett that puts pressure on if they're exhausting units because they're going face. You're going to be able to trade for free. It has a really big body that's going to be hard to just defeat in one attack without... They're guaranteed basically to trade something and they're losing a ton of pressure on you. You kind of want to do this because you're going to be getting stronger as you go on. You're going to be able to play more units per turn with the Boba passive. You also have Probe Droid, you know, just a typical 3-2, but that 3 attack is super important versus aggro matchups, especially in the beginning on turn 2, for example. You do have, it is kind of weird though, because your first turn, there is a lot of these cards that are normally good that would be bad, for example, against Sabine, like the 2-drop Sabine. Crafty Smuggler and Greedo just die for free, and then also Cartel Spacer that dies to A-Wing for free. So you just got to be careful of that if they're going to be teching into it first. So these are going to be cards you're going to want to supplement as you go wide. So like ideally they're not going to play a Sabine, and then you'll be able to still play the Greedo, still play the Crafty Smuggler out, for example. But that's going to be something you want to worry about. But these powerful cards in Boba to clear, and then you're going to be trying to leverage being able to trade with their early units, gaining extra resources to be able to play 2 units at a time. And that's where it's going to really start to snowball. Then you can start going face, or you can just keep clearing and they're going to run out of threats. And if they then later on, as they start to play units that cost more and more, for example, we go to this deck here, as they start to play the K2SO, as they potentially play a wing leader onto another unit or the Steadfast Battalion, as that starts to happen, then you can just bounce them with either Cartel Spacer or Cartel Bouncer or Waylay. And then you're also going to be able to, because Waylay is only going to cost 2 with the passive. If it's the flip turn, you're going to be able to get 2 more resources. So you can actually play like maybe a Gamorrean Guards, for example. There's just so many tools here. And then when you start to get to the end of this match, which is going to be about 6 resources, you can close them out with Fet's Fire Spray, which is going to be something that's going to be the best out of both decks. This is probably the best card out of those 2 when it comes to body at that turn time. So it's just such an easy matchup in my opinion. Oh, also another thing too, shoot first is really good against Echo-based Defender, so you can actually just kill that for free. Still 1 for 1, but you keep board presence, they lose it, which is great. So And also with your 30-point base, I just find it's really easy to race a 25-point base versus them. So you just have so many things that are advantageous for you in this matchup. Then, not to mention like blowout turns, like the Cunnings being able to exhaust 2, bounce 1, buff one of yours if you want to. I would say the discard is never going to get used in this matchup. Probably want to dodge the Bodhi Rooks. That's going to be something you're going to want to avoid. And then also Cartel Spacer is going to be great at, like, I like it around the 5 resource range where you're trying to drop 2 things, maybe like a Boba, maybe like a 7th Fleet Defender plus this, and you get to exhaust something, so you can push a little bit more damage if you're racing, slow them down as you start to establish. Being able to have your big Boba flip turn on 5 resources, yes, they're able to get their leader a little earlier, but that a 2/5 is just not that threatening against this deck, and you just have so many tools to at least stay even. And the worst case scenario, like I would say one of the scariest things they can do is maybe like Sabine into Wing Leader, because you can't bounce that, but you can just no good to be dead it, and then you have a lot of time to be able to deal with it, whether it be your Boba Fett to be able to attack into the leader and do the extra 3 damage there, Cunning extra attack into it and kill it. There's just so many options, and you have so much health in a lot of these units that they might even survive while you're doing that. So it's just crazy. Those are the reasons why I like this matchup so much against that. It's really refreshing to be able to go into a Sabine matchup and feel confident that you're going to win. And a lot of things are going to have to go wrong for you to lose that matchup, which is great. And the same concept applies to Leia. I focus way more on just dealing with their units. When I do that, you could take a ton of damage. Like, they're going to need to be fully on board to be able to do their damage. Yes, they get action sheet. Yes, they can do a ton of damage, and it ramps up pretty quickly, but you can stabilize also pretty quickly. And as long as you have board, you can deal with their threats, you're going to be fine. So both of those matchups feel really good against this. Next, when it comes to the control matchups, I'm thinking like Blue Vader, you have a lot of options here where a lot of your value comes from, like, a lot of, for example, the matchups that have a problem with Blue Vader is that they're all ambush. So Blue Vader doesn't have minions or doesn't have units on board, so you can't really ambush and get the value of it. So when you play a unit, they just 1-for-1 removal it. Whereas a lot of options to be able to go wide, you can try to beat them all when it comes to the removal, but also you have a lot of hand disruption in Cunning and Bodhi Rook. So as you're putting pressure, you have a lot of options to be able to, you have a decent amount of bodies on board to be able to push damage. And as you're putting a body out, then you're able to remove stuff from their hand. I think it has a pretty decent matchup against that. It feels like it has a great aggro matchup while still being able to do enough damage and put enough pressure on a aggro matchup to be able to win. That's why I think this deck is so great in this current meta. Okay, so we got a aggro deck here. So we got the turn 1. So here's gonna be how I played. They have initiative. I kind of like this. If they play Sabine, I'm gonna wait and play Boba. Would I like to mulligan? No. I'm gonna mulligan Fire Spray. Unfortunately, I mean, like, a Fire Spray Bodhi is probably what I'm gonna mulligan in this situation. Keep the Surprise Strike. If I need to trade up or just go face. The 25-point base has a hard time keeping up with this deck, in my opinion. So Bodhi plus Fire Spray. So the Sabine is played. So I'm thinking I just claim here. I think I just claim, because they just get the free attack to defender or base. So it's just like, I think this is where you claim. And one of the issues with this potential matchup. So I think we dropped the next Fire Spray, unfortunately. As we could go for the discard, but I don't like this. I just like the raw stats of this. We might be able to do this later, but probably gonna play this. Okay, we got the red 3. Okay, I think we just claim here. Hope for like a 7th fleet. If we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna be able to cheat out a lot of attacks here potentially. Okay, we're already at 4. Okay, so we have the Spacer. I think we just get rid of that. Then we're going to trade immediately. And then if they do like a Wing Leader, we can at least exhaust for a turn. Yeah. He can probably Tarkin that. Yeah, so we could Gamorrean. Or we could Spacer Greedo. I think I like that. He Tarkins. Then we get that on board. It's a good trade there. Inish. And then pass. We definitely take a decent amount of damage. Probably gonna take the 4 here. We were hoping for like a. He might just trade there. I think the no good to be dead is here. Double surprise strike. We could go. We could like double surprise strike into a Gamorrean guards this turn. Well, we'd have to kill something. You have to kill here, surprise strike, and then yeah, there's no way. We want this trade. So they're gonna double attack. What we take? 4, 5. We take a lot. And then or do we want the trade? Because we could go Gamorrean. I think I might go surprise strike to kill. Oh no, that sounds terrible. Let's go Gamorrean. I think I'm gonna run my Boba into that. And then also run Bodhi. Okay, so now I'm just gonna clear board. Because I'm gonna surprise strike in. And then we have no good to be dead. I think this is the only way I can like keep up. And then potentially rip a for a cause here. I do like the 7th Fleet. I think I definitely like that over the Boba. I do like the body. We could no good to be dead and then kill Leia immediately. Can we do that? Damn. Another one. Okay, how do we actually do damage here? We're gonna attack in. We're gonna attack in, get the 2. And then no good to be dead. Maybe they attack? No. Okay, and then we're gonna go to face. Face is the place, and then pass. Oh, we got the bouncer. That's sick. That's so sick. I'm gonna keep them both. Ooh, damn. Ewing is like terrible right now. Okay, we're gonna attack into here at least. We kill Leia's dead. Jesus Christ. I think we bounce Dodonna. And then we're gonna attack into here, kill that, and we're gonna attack into here. Okay. I think that's game. Unless, you know, another for cause. Yeah. GG. I'm thinking we should go with it. No mulligan. I'm gonna go Cartel Spacer and probably Swoop Racer. Is gonna be the mulligan here. Drop Crafty Smuggler on turn 1. Maybe that 4 attack will be important in this matchup. We shall see. Might cheat out like this. I kind of want to hit the Bodhi on him. Hit Bodhi. I'm gonna keep Greedo. Let's keep Greedo. Let's keep Boba, even though there's potential on like turn 4 to do something with Probe Droid. I just don't think he's very impactful right now. Okay, let's see. I hit the resupply. That's dope. Maybe that like ruins the turn. I don't know. I was keeping this in case like there was a trade potential there. We got. Okay. Probably claim a niche. So we claim a niche, attack in. Hopefully get like a shoot first or something. I attack in here and then trade there. But yeah, let's claim. Luckily, it had 3 cost or 3 cost things there. Oh, we can waylay. I'm gonna save the waylay in case he does something like cheats out some mana. Could do what 4 cartel. So I trade in. Play Boba. I have to trade in first, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just keep the 1. He gets an extra 6. I'll go Greedo, and then if he plays something, he goes Greedo. You know what? I'm going to attack into it. Just clears board. His hand's running out anyway. We have a sick turn on turn 5 with Boba plus Bosk. We have the Waylay in case he tries to go tall. I think we're in a good spot. Okay, so we hit. Yeah, we might as well discard. Okay, we miss. Okay, he has that. I think we just get on board. Yeah, because we're going to go in for boss. We're going to save. Oh, shit. Okay, a surprise strike. Never mind. Um, I think it's tough. I think the crafty has to go. Surprise strike for later. We just need to play control here. Ideally, he attacks with this, but he's probably going to attack with this. Yeah, it just lines up too well with Bosk here. So we're going to go Bosk. Yes. Right into there. Ooh, and then we'll be able to... Oh, here we go. We actually have a sick turn here. Because we're going to get 3. We can get Waylay if he plays something big. Do we go face, though? No, he disconnected. Okay. Well, I'll see if he comes back. Because he was kind of fucked. Like, so he could have gone here, but then 3, this one-shots this. I was thinking about going here. He goes there, then I'm going to attack into there. Like, there's a lot of potential here. I could just go all face, attack, boom. Like, for example, I would have gone face here and then gotten 3 back, surprise strike in, or 3 back, waylay, whatever he did for 7. But he wouldn't even be able to, like, well, he would have gone from the deck, could have had some 7 cost. Ewing reinforcement would have been pretty bad in that situation, but I think that would be like the only problem there. Okay, so we have another Leia red here. I think this is another good matchup for us. Going the 30-point base. Usually I see Tarkin town. I think we have a... I'm not a fan of Crafty Smuggler in this because they can play Sabine and it's pretty sick. I'm thinking we get rid of Crafty Smuggler and Bodhi. No. I do like our hand. I do like the shoot first and the cunning on 4. I really like the probe droid as a first turn play. It answers like their first turn threats. So we're gonna get rid of Crafty because he just dies to Sabine, and then Bodhi's just not big enough body, and I don't really care about discarding their hand. I just want to get on board. So here we go. Wing leader in K2, so pretty good. So we're really hoping for a waylay here because they got a niche, so it's gonna be unfortunate. I'm thinking we actually keep swoop here. We go swoop. I'm thinking he's gonna go face. I'm hoping. If he goes face, yeah, let's see what happens. He's gonna wing leader. Oh, okay. So no, yeah, in that situation, it was way better to keep Boba. I'm thinking we shoot first, get a trade. We get our 3, we play another. We're just trying to fight for board. They might trade there. Because we have the cunning, we're just gonna bounce. If they wing leader. I'm ditching fire spray here. We have 4. We can cheat out a Greedo with the bounce here. So that's going to be pretty sick. And then we have a good follow-up plan on turn 5. Turn 5 is going to be like a blowout. I like to really manage board against this deck. So we have that. We're going to... At this point, we might as well trade. Yeah, that's interesting. In this situation, I think what we do is bounce. Like, let me see. Yeah, return unit and buff unit. And it's just a guaranteed 8 to face. And we get Greedo out. And then we can kill it with Bosk next turn. We're going to drop Bodhi. Okay, seems pretty good. Thinking we attack with that first. I want to trade this, so it's like, please play something. Okay. That seems pretty good. We're gonna play this. No. Wait, we just need board. Okay, got rid of that. Nish. Okay, oh, sick draws. So we got this. We can cartel spacer into cartel bouncer into cartel spacer, depending on how it goes. If they have the one where they attack twice in one go, do I do both? I have to. I'll just get rid of that. Okay, I think we're gonna wait on the bounce. We're gonna wait. What do we got here? We have 12, 16, 20, 24. They have 6 left. We can't exhaust anything just yet. So let's attack into a swoop racer for now. Okay. Do I care about that? You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to take the 3. Take the 3. And then bounce that. Oof. That's actually scary. Okay. We might get there. That's what, 5? We have lethal this turn. Let's see what he does. I'm at 11. 5 plus 4, not enough. If like a perfect 4 of cause. I think. No, wait, what? That seems weird. Okay. We'll do the 2 damage to this guy. And then we will exhaust units and buff a unit. Unit to buff is going to be Cartel's, Cartel Bouncer because it's hard to kill. And the unit to exhaust is these 2. What a YOLO. That's crazy. I was able to scry that into that. Let's see what he gets. You know, got the "You're My Only Hope" into. What is he gonna get? He needs a tank, and it's still not. He needs like multiple taunts. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. Does he just trade? Does it matter? Am I crazy here? All right. GG. Okay. Let's see how this goes this time. I think we mulligan here. It's okay. I like the shoot first. I like the cunning. You know, surprise strike. I just don't think we need it now. And then I don't like this now. Like I like these options here. Maybe cartel spacer. I do like the body initially. So yeah, let's go here. We have initiative. I think we can pull it off. Unless he has a wing, he can run it in. I think that's like the blowout. If he runs in a wing with energy conversion lab, but I'm not sure because if this wrecks it, then you'd have to like pass. But I don't know if that's like a winning play. It feels really good if he had a wing to run that in with conversion lab. Okay, we really like this. We don't really need this now. Let's get the damage in. Uh, hmm. We definitely claim a dash. Okay, put one of those away. We're gonna be able to attack in. Okay, we kill that for sure. Go think of a better play there. Yeah, the Dodonna. I think we just waylay because we can cunning is an option, but I'm thinking we just waylay for 2. Unfortunately, it. I kind of like the idea of wailing and saving the damage, and then Sabine's gonna come in, and then I can play Boba to attack. I can like cunning. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. If anything happens over here, like, they can't play anything else. Okay, so at least she deploys. I attack him. I'm getting initiative. So yeah, attack, deploy, claim, and then I'll at least be able to. I could probably boost up the damage and then exhaust too. I might do that. Um, Cartel Spacer's pretty sick too. Um, hmm. Or Cartel Bouncer, my bad. Um, What do we do here? What do we do? Okay, so Cartel Bouncer hits that. That's a 2-5. We get one back. We have a shoot first. We shoot first Sabine. We're upset if then we shoot first Sabine. She goes away. We get 2 for completing the attack. We have nothing to play else. Is that good enough? I think that's pretty good. Or we can just attack and then also get 7 Fleet Defender. Because having air dominance feels really good. The red 3 is a major problem. So they did that. Then we definitely go here. We could just kill the Dodonna as an option. We could just go face and race. I don't think face is the place here. I think in this situation we kill Dodonna. And then we're gonna just play. We're just gonna play out, and then Cunning will be our big turn. We'll have enough board presence to where we can win. Here, and then pass. And then we'll have a big turn. Yeah, we can no good to be dead. Whatever. We have another bouncer if we want to. I don't think we play bouncer here. I think we're gonna be playing Cunning, potentially shoot first and no good to be dead. I don't think that's necessary. We can just bounce with Cunning if we really need to. We can shoot first here. Don't have to worry about Metal Ceremony. We're looking at 7, 9, 12, 15 damage. So we're like threatening lethal on board. That's pretty good. So that's going to overwhelm through, kill that. I'm going to no good to me dead. No good to me dead that. I think we shoot first. We shoot first, kill that. We attack for 8. I think that's pretty damn good, right? What do we have? 8. Do we just have lethal? Let me see. 6. So 12, 15, 15, 18, 20, 23. Yeah, we just have lethal.